Yo ho, welcome back to Water. My name is Beast, and today we'll see if I can actually make it to an hour without burning out already. The situation is not improving. Ugh. I'm tired. Like, for those, I don't think I've talked about this before. Like I said, I've been having to take care of most of the matters of the house as of late. Out onto that like the last 3 nights when I was trying to sleep, I was kept awake by like my stomach just doing fucking doing fucking flips or something. I don't fucking know. And my goddamn chest hurting again. So, the last couple days, I barely got any fucking sleep. So, quite frankly, at this point, I may actually just leave it at half an hour apart. So yeah, sorry about that, but hey. Anyways, I immediately realized that this is a dream. Strange thing is how quickly I realized that I'm in a room I've never seen before. Going to the room as a young child, alone, hugging her knees to her chest. This looks like a room in somebody's apartment. But the room is so filthy that it's hard to imagine it's ever been cleaned. The sink is piled high with dishes. Bulging bags of trash lie scattered about, and the floor is littered with various plastic wrappers. The child murmurs to herself in a sorrowful, helpless tone. There's no strength in her voice. Top of a nearby table is a note that simply reads, "I'm sorry." That's definitely a farewell letter. So, this girl has been abandoned. I awake in my own bed as usual. It was the same wet dream again. Not the exact same. The room, the child's face, and the situation have all been different each time. What could it be? I didn't know why I've been having these dreams, but I had a theory.
そして、とある仕事に就き、いろんな人の人生に触れ、それらを通して人や世界への興味や執着を取り戻す。つまり死神というのは一時的な存在なんですよ。新たに生まれるための準備期間といったところでしょうか。
I recalled a conversation we had in the Ferris wheel. These Akatsuki's memories from butterflies. Well, I have no proof that's the only explanation I could think of. The timing of these dreams was way too coincidental. All 3 had occurred on days in which Akatsuki had put her forehead to mine in order to check on the condition of my soul. Perhaps that was what caused them. In my dreams, there was always a single child. Their parents were nowhere to be seen. Even so, the children called out for them, yearning for their love. But if they're now butterflies, that would mean that they're no longer here. Though my situation is exactly the same, I can understand their feelings to some extent. My mother was very ill, and so I'd spent much of my childhood alone while she was hospitalized. My father, too, had spent most of his time working abroad. Zumizomis took good care of me in their stead, which I was extremely grateful. But nevertheless, deep down, what I really wanted was... No, I should stop. There's no point in thinking about this. I wouldn't be able to do anything for them anyway. First of all, my confession to Akizuki had nothing to do with butterflies. I confessed to her because I loved her. What I should be focusing on is what I promised her yesterday. To make each day we had together as fulfilling as possible and make her smile. No one else could make her happy. As the person she loves, that is something only I could do. Good morning.
おはよう。おはようございます。
Hey, Akizuki.
秋月さん？ひよってます？
No, I'm not. Good morning, Kanna.
はい、おはようございます、昴生さん。
She smiles bashfully, intimate yet not quite. It's a complicated feeling, but I kinda like it.
お邪魔をして大変申し訳ないのですが、仕事をしてもよろしいでしょうか。
Don't need to be so pissy about it.
言いたくもなるよ。目の前でイチャつかれたら。
You weren't really. I mean, it's Kanna's fault for teasing me.
あ、ずるい、私のせいにするなんて。
You were the one poking fun at me for being scared to use her first name, weren't you?
実際にひよってたじゃないですか。
I wasn't actually scared, I was just.
おい。
We'd better get to work. These cakes aren't gonna make themselves.
じゃあ段取りは昨日と一緒で。
はい。
Sneak glances at each other and Kanna flashes me an embarrassed smile. Seeing her guilty expression, I can't help but grin sheepishly myself. Alright, that's enough fooling around. Switching gears, we get to work.
今日もなんとか終了っと。予約分間違いとかないよね。
はい、問題ありません。
腱鞘炎になりそう。
You can take another break if you need to.
ありがとう。じゃあ休ませてもらうよ。
Alright. Now then, should get these cakes in the fridge, clean up, and then get ready for.
あ、昴生さん。
Yeah. He called them by first name really is embarrassing. I mean, it's just because my girlfriend is doing it.
今後のことで少し確認をしておきたいんです。
What do you mean?
確かに私は昴生さんのことが好きです。認めた以上、お付き合いできるのも嬉しいと思ってます。でも、やっぱりけじめをつけるのも必要だと思うんです。
Good idea, Susan. I might seriously get angry with us if we keep this up every day.
ですから、約束と言いますか、ルールを決めましょう。
I guess the most important rule should be to prioritize our jobs while we're at work, including our. Huh, there's a hole in these socks. Including our morning prep and after closing cleanup. Now we can both agree to that much, but is there anything else you'd like to add, Kanna?
昴生さんは女の子と付き合うのは初めてですよね。
Yeah, why?
私も初めてです。だから正直お付き合いってどうすればいいのかわかりません。となると毎日顔を合わせても恋人とは呼べないような時間になるかもしれません。なのでちゃんと2人だけの恋人になれる時間を作りましょう。
Nah, that sounds good. That helped me focus more while I'm at work too.
じゃあ朝仕事を始める前に一緒の時間を作りましょうか。
Morning?
ご不満ですか？
Well, not per se, but honestly, I don't know if I can wake up any earlier than I already do.
私のことが好きって言ったくせにその程度の気持ちだったんですか？
No, I really do love you. I do, but
けど
if I wake up any earlier than I do now, I'd be waking up before sunrise, so I'm not sure I'd be able to fully enjoy our time together.
なんて冗談ですよ。正直早起きするのは私も辛いですからね。やっぱり閉店後の方がいいですよね。
Start the day, right?
もちろん。
Alright, any other rules we should decide on?
そうですね。2人で過ごす中で今後もいろいろとあるでしょうから、その場その場で話し合いましょう。
Oh, this guy, I expected her to like immediately throw out some kind of rule to do with sex. Like we're not gonna do that like for at least like a week or so or some bullshit like that.
ありがとうございました。クリスマスシーズンって本当に大変なんだね。目が回った。なんとか無事に乗り切れたね。ケーキもたくさん売れてお客さんも喜んでくれたみたいで本当に良かった。お疲れ様。のぞみちゃんもお疲れ様。って気を抜く前に片付けちゃわないと。はいはい、その前に。あ れ、どうしたんですかそのケーキ。あれのこりじゃないですよね。私確認しましたから。
これは私たちの分だよ。
せっかくだから私たちもクリスマスの気分ぐらいは味わわないと。いいん
ですか？
そのために作ったんだもん、これは。
でも勝手にお店の材料を使うと怒られるんじゃ。
うん、たまにはいいだろう。
やった
ー！私は帳簿をつけてくる。あまり騒ぎすぎないようにな。遅くなるとご家族も心配するだろうから。
帝さんは参加しないんですか？
甘いものは苦手だ。私のことは気にせずに楽しんでくれていい。
そうですか、わかりました。じゃあ楽しませてもらいますね。
って言っても片付けもあるからそんなに長くはできないけど。
それにクリスマスを2人で過ごしたい勢もいるだろうしね。
そうそう。
そっか、そうでしたね。お邪魔しちゃ悪いもんね。
That's okay, you don't have to.
はいはい、そういう上トークはいいから。
そうだよ、昴生君。こういう場合は正直に言った方がいいと思うな。素直になりたまえよ、先輩。
Well, obviously, I'd spent some time alone. But we've already made those arrangements.
意外と抜け目ないな。そこら辺はあまり気にしないでいいですから。今はみんなでケーキを食べましょう。じゃあお言葉に甘えてメリークリスマス。
Pardon me. After we finish up the Christmas cake and close up shop, Kanna and I decide to pass the time up in her room. Are you sure you just want to hang out in your room?
はい、さすがにこんな時間から空いてるお店もないでしょうから。それに花金のクリスマスですからね。どこもいっぱいですよ。どうしたんですか？
TGIF? Oh, remember now, that's supposed to mean thank God it's Friday, right? You really do talk like a boomer, Kanna.
いいじゃないですか、伝われば。実際昴生さんだって分かってくれたじゃないですか。
Took me a second though. But yeah, it is TGIF Christmas. I'm sure everyone's out there celebrating the end of the work week, so it'll probably be crowded anywhere we go.
またそうやってバカにして。
I'm not, it does kind of have a nice ring to it. To goof Christmas.
もういいです。私だってもうスマホを手に入れたんです。いつまでもバブルの女、バブルガールだと思ってたら大間違いですから。
Come on, I never called you out of touch. But speaking of which, how's the phone going for you? Having any problems?
特には。と言っても私の場合は使い方も限られてますから。あ、でも買ったことは後悔はしてませんよ。写真を撮るのも楽しいですから。
Yeah, I noticed you using it today to take pictures of the cake Susan had made for us.
見ます？ほら、これとかどうですか？結構綺麗に撮れたと思うんです。
Alright? Looks delicious. Two of us huddled together to look at her phone screen. Compared to laying on her lap or putting our foreheads together, just standing shoulder to shoulder isn't anything special. Still, it gets my heart rate soaring. Really like this photo. Timing in the shot's pretty amazing.
私も日々進歩している証です。
The photo is of the simple Christmas party we'd held at a cafe earlier. Everyone is eating a slice of cake with huge smiles on their faces.
楽しかったですね。ケーキも美味しかったですし。
That was great. It was the first Christmas I've ever spent like that. I'm not lying. The smile I have on my face on the photo is so wide it surprised even me.
今まではどんなクリスマスだったんですか？
Well, when I was a kid, I celebrated at Nozumi's house or on my own. These days, I guess I usually just celebrate with other guy friends, which is pretty fun in some way. But because of that, truth be told, I have no idea how I should celebrate Christmas with a girlfriend.
私もどう過ごせばいいのかよくわかりませんけど、今の私たちにできることでいいんじゃないですか？他の人たちの真似をしなくても。
Yeah, I guess you're right. It was only our second day dating after all. Wouldn't make sense to compare ourselves to other couples.
そうですよ。他のカップルに合わせたりしたら。
You were thinking about something sexual, weren't you?
エロいことなんて考えてなくはないかもしれません。私たち恋人ですか
Yeah, we are. It's only natural to think about those sorts of things when you start dating someone. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't having those thoughts either. Just watching her, my heart, which has only begun to settle down, starts to throb with intensity once more. Urged forward by the pounding of my chest, I slowly bring my face closer to Kanna's. But worsley she turns her face to the side. You don't want to?
そうですね。お茶を濁さずちゃんと話すべきですね。
Discuss what? Tone of her voice sounded pretty serious. She went back and consciously straightened up.
さっきも言ったエロいことの話です。なんというか私はきっと怖いんだと思います。
It's understandable, it's not easy for
いえ、
girls.
そういうことではなく、何と言えばいいのか。昴生さんに笑顔でいてほしいです。付き合っている間も一緒にいられなくなったとしても。でも
You think it won't be in my best interest?
少なくともいい思い出になるって自信はありません。私も処女なわけですし。
I mean, I don't have any confidence in that area either. I'm still a virgin too, after all.
別に気持ちよくなれないとかそういうことが言いたいわけではないんですよ。ただ初体験の失敗談なんて枚挙にいとまはないじゃないですか。
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can find plenty of stories like that if you look for
だ
them.
からまあ、やっぱりうまく言えないんですけど、私という存在が昴生さんの中でどんな風に残るのか、それが心配なんです。単純に初体験が怖いって思いもなくはありませんけど。
Yeah, I get it. Sorta, kinda.
どっちなんですか？
Can't say I empathize with you completely, but I do at least understand where you're coming from. Basically, you're worried about the limited amount of time we have together. If it ends up being a bad experience that could sully the memories of our time together that I'm left with after you're gone.
そうです、そう。
Then the answer's simple. Just make tons of happy memories. That way, even if there are a few unpleasant ones in the mix, we'll still be able to look back on them fondly. Still, I can understand why you'd feel anxious jumping straight into it. In that case, why don't we start with something like a picture? A picture of the two of us using your phone.
それはいいですね。撮りましょう。自撮りですよね。内側のカメラを起動させて、腕を伸ばして、ほら、もっと体を寄せないと入りませんよ。
Right.
それじゃあ撮りますよ。はい。もしかしてこれもバブルですか？最近はチーズとか言わないんですか？
I don't know, I guess. Cheese is kind of a timeless phrase. To be honest, I don't get my picture take very often. There might be other things people say, but I don't really think anything else at the moment. I can't really think of anything else at the moment.
ならいいんです。じゃあ今度こそ撮りますね。はい、チーズ。すっかり遅くなっちゃいましたね。明日もお店ですけど平気ですか？
Nah, I'm gonna go straight to bed once I get back.
はい、体を温かくして風邪をひかないように気をつけてくださいね。あと帰り道も気をつけてくださいね。
Oh well. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for the gloves. They're super warm.
はい。
Well then.
星さん？
Kanna,
はい。
may I give you a kiss? I'm not trying to bring up our discussion from earlier again. Be a first kiss. That's probably gonna leave a pretty strong impression in now. But since it's just a kiss, I don't think there's much risk of it going wrong or being an unpleasant experience. So, pretty please. So, it's not too much to ask for my girlfriend, is it?
そこまで言うのでしたら、審議の結果、キスはギリギリセーフにしておきます。
Alright then. I'll take a step forward. Kanna blushes and averts her eyes, but she didn't step back or try to run away. Try to run away either.
キスってどんな感じなんでしょうか？
I wouldn't know.
そんな即答でそっけない。
I mean, we'll find out for ourselves either way.
それはそうなんですけど。
It's probably not that big a deal.
ですよね。言ってしまえば唇を合わせるだけですからね。それだけのことですよね。
Kanna steals a few quick glances up at my face, looking nervous. He's downright adorable. Blushing cheeks, her moist upturned eyes, and above all, those juicy pink lips. And he fucking goes for it. And he has his eyes. They're closed, but he has his eyes. The moment our lips touch, her body twitches in surprise. I guess I've shut involuntarily too. It's a strange feeling, one I've never felt before. It's warm and incredibly soft. There's also the slightest hint of sweetness as well. So faint it almost could have been a smell and not a taste. A muffled moan leaks through her lips. Crap, need air. Oh, you're supposed to breathe when you kiss. I just breathe through my nose. I don't want to snort all over her though. It might gross her out, and it's kind of embarrassing for me too. So I've been holding my breath this whole time, but I'm at my limit. My heart's beating too fast for me to keep this up. The shock of my first kiss and the lack of oxygen is making my mind go blank. Any more of this, Sanile? In the end, Kanna gave up before me. As soon as our lips parted, we both gulped down, lungs full of air. Were you holding your breath?
だって鼻息がかかったら恥ずかしいじゃないですか。
I'm speechless. The kiss felt so amazing that I didn't even care if I was doing it right. The sensation has surpassed all my expectations, swallowing me up completely.
とりあえず歯がぶつからなくてよかった。
Yeah, that would have been... Yeah. I don't want our first kiss to taste like iron, so I've been conscious to avoid that.
キスどうでした？
It was kinda amazing. What did you think?
私も同じです。なんかすごかったです。すごくて。
This time Kanna kisses me. Her tender lips feel incredible. Kanna. She rubs her lips against mine assertively. I respond accordingly, all the while hugging her close. Did you just...
部屋にも
Whoops.
読み返しますか？
please
部屋
finish.
に戻ります。お気をつけて。
Yeah, see it. Though I'm left alone in front of the cafe now, the lingering afterglow of the kiss remains. Spacing out unable to think clearly, my body feels hot enough to discard the winter chill. Curious, I trace a finger around my lips. It's really not the same. Not even close. Guess a kiss is only a kiss when two pairs of lips are involved. Still dazed, I stand rooted to the spot for a little while longer.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Kanna! Things have been going well between me and Kanna. But like we'd agreed, our jobs take priority while we're at work.
いらっしゃいませ。グアテマラコーヒーとザッハトルテ、ダージリンとパンケーキですね。少々お待ちください。4番テーブル、グアテマラとダージリン。ケーキはザッハトルテをお願いします。
わかった。
オーダー入ります。4番テーブル、パンケーキを一皿。
Alright. The carbonara for table 2 is ready, by the way.
運びます。
His lips quiver a little as she answers. Suddenly I remember the sensation of exhilaration of that kiss we shared. Before I can get too carried away, I refocus back towards cooking. I wouldn't want our new relationship to be the reason I screwed up at work. Rather, I should be focusing on making my food as delicious as possible so that I might share this happiness with others. But in the end, that was only while at work. Once our customers had left and we'd closed up shop and finished cleaning, my happiness wasn't something to be shared anymore. It was mine and mine alone.
今日も一日お疲れ様でした。
You too? Kanna gently strokes my head as I lay on her lap. And alone feels like enough to soothe my fatigue. The thighs are insanely comfortable.
顔がいやらしくなってますね。もしかして挟まれたいとかマニアックなことを考えてます？
What's degenerate about that? Every healthy young man has those kinds of thoughts.
絶対偏ってますよ、その性癖。
Well, I'm sorry that your thighs are just that enticing. Take it as a compliment.
あまり嬉しくないです。
Oh, well then. You don't have to do that, but could you keep stroking my head?
頭をですか？子供みたい。
And though she grinned somewhat mischievously, she continued steadily caressing my head.
よーしよしよしよしよしよし。
Kanna, if I may.
なんでしょう。
I know I'm the one who asked you to stroke my head. But do you have to do it like that?
愛が伝わるかと思ったんですが、残念です。じゃあ、今度はくすぐっちゃいましょう。ほらほら。
Stop that! I'm ticklish!
それはいいことを聞きました。
Fine! Let's see how you like it! Although it feels a little embarrassing doing this, I can't deny that it brings me a sense of joy. Our lips part. Man. It really is amazing. This is already our third time doing it today, but my excitement isn't waning at all.
それじゃあ、今日はこの辺で。
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
はい。また明日。
どうかしたのか？
いえ、大したことではないんですが、知ってますか、ミカドさん。
なんだ？
キスってすごいんです。
は？
だからキスですよ。なんかこう、ぐわーって熱くなるみたいで、もう初めてじゃないのに、すごい。
何かと思えば、まあ、幸せそうなのは何よりだが、それで、どうなのだ？
こう、唇と唇を触れ合わせただけで、全身がしびれる。
That's not what I meant!
誰がキスの感想を求めた？
いえ、舌は入れてませんよ。そういうのは前儀と変わりませんから、そんなセックスみたいなことはさすがに。
どこまで進展したのかも聞いておらん。この式場淫乱死神娘が。
その呼び方、本当に嫌なんですけど。
我が輩は高峰後世の様子を確認したかっただけだ。だが、 改めて聞く必要もなさそうだな。カンナがこれだけ浮かれているのであれば、高峰後世の様子など火を見るよりも明らかだ。
お恥ずかしい限りです。
そこまで嬉しいのであればいっそ最後までしてしまえばよかったのではないのか。
それは好きな人とそういうことをするのは幸せなことかもしれません。少なくとも私にとっては。
高峰後世には
心配です。初めての相手はすぐにいなくなるんですから。
I mean, if you like vanished right after you had sex with him, yes, it would be sad, but also kind of validation because yes, his footwork in the bedroom. I say footwork, more like hip work, handiwork. Let's use handiwork. His handiwork in the bedroom is so fucking good that it brought peace to a fucking lost soul, basically. So yes, it would be sad, but it would be like massive validation.
そうだ、新たな従業員を見つけてください。年が明けて休みが終われば、お昼の人手が足りなくなりますから。
そうか。残された時間はそれほど少ないか。
笑顔にしてあげたい。そう思ってます。でも、忘れられないような重荷になるのは嫌です。だから、普通のキスが精一杯です。本当なら、キスもしない方が良かったのかもしれませんが、でも、好きなのも私の本当の気持ちですから、どうしても抑えきれませんでした。
そういうこともあるだろうさ。
So I would just like say this right now. God, hey, how would you make it up for being a dickhead in Nozomi's route and help here? If you don't, I will personally come up there and beat your ass. Do not underestimate the power of a very drunk and angry, stressed German with an axe. I will fight God.
それに問題ないと思ったからこそ、お前はキスを許したのではないのか。
そうですね。無自覚でしたけど、言われてみると確かにそう思います。今の昴生さんなら大丈夫です。
自信を持ってそこまで言えるのなら、それでいいのではないか。何もさせないというのも、それはそれで未練が残るかもしれんしな。
ありがとうございます。
What if like New Year strikes and like the night of the New Year, she's like prepared to vanish, and
カフェステラと死神の
it's
蝶。
just like nothing happens. Like, what's happening? Weren't there butterflies there a second ago in the lab? Why can't I see them? Huh? After today, Tuesday, December 29th, Café Stella will be closed for the rest of the
フローチャート画面ね。
New Year plans. I feel like feel like I wanna like feel like I wanna because tomorrow is most likely also gonna be, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna end it here because tomorrow is most likely also gonna be a short part and I don't wanna like have to end it in the middle of depression, which I feel like that's gonna be the case if I don't pull the plug here. So again, very sorry about these short parts, but hey. You know what added on to the stress today? Basically, I have like a skin cream that I need for my back, like a salve, and it's gonna run out soon, so I need a new one. So I called what the fuck is a skin doctor? Was it dermatologist? That's the one. So we called the dermatologist to ask if they could send me basically it's the type of it's a kind of medicine that where you need to have like a written thing from the doctor in order to purchase it. So I called the dermatologist if they could send me one of those, so I could just grab it. But turns out that my first, like the day where they actually like wrote that up was near the end of like the fucking, I don't know how to hold on. That quarter of the year. It's that easy. I was not expecting it to be that easy. But yeah, it's basically the end of that quarter of the year. So they're basically emptied out all the information when it comes to like your security, like your card for your insurance, like insurance card stuff. So, if I wanted to get a new one, I have to like bring them the insurance card so they could give me like a new notice. However, this dermatologist is like half an hour on the train away, and then I'd still have to like walk from the train station into the city. So that's not gonna fucking work. So I was gonna call like the doctor that I usually go to when I'm sick, which is only like a 10-minute drive away in the city that my grandmother lives, because it's like this big center, like medicinal center. So I basically wanted to call them and ask if I could just like give my insurance card to my brother and have him do it. No. Apparently not. Which reminds me, I still need to give him my insurance card for that. But basically, because I tried that, but I called them to ask that, but after 30 minutes, still no one fucking picked up, and it was just repeating the fucking periodic, "Oh, one of our employees will be with you shortly." So, and all that bullshit where it's just like for like half an hour, like every minute or so would just repeat like, "One of our employees will be with you shortly." Like I didn't know shortly would be over half a fucking hour. No one ended up answering. I just fucking hung up in the end. Called again later, but where I left like a message and hoped they like call back or something. And if that doesn't happen, I'll try calling them again tomorrow. Because there's not really much I can do. Anyways, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.